In today's video, we are going to explore PTE Academic Reading Part 4 and Part 5. So this is going to be extremely important if you are preparing for the PTE Academic Reading section because we are focusing on two tasks that many students underestimate, but that actually carry a lot of scoring power. Reading and writing, fill in the blanks, and then reading, fill in the blanks. Now, at first glance, these two tasks look simple. You see a paragraph, you see blanks, you choose words, that's it. But here's the problem. Most students treat these as vocabulary questions. No, these are not vocabulary questions. These are logic questions, grammar questions, collocation questions, context understanding questions. And if you don't approach them correctly, you will lose marks even if your English is good. So, in today's video, I'm going to show you what these tasks really test, the biggest mistakes students make, and my strategies to get high score, and then, of course, with examples. So stay with me till the end because this is where your reading score can improve fast. So, reading and writing fill in the blanks. In this task, you will see a paragraph with multiple blanks. You have a list of words, you drag and drop them into the correct positions. Okay. Now, here is the important part. There are more words than blanks, which means some are traps. So, the biggest mistake the students make here is they look at one blank and try to fill it individually. That does not work because this is a connected paragraph. Every blank affects the next one. So, I'm going to give you a strategy logic flow plus elimination. Kindly make a note of it. So here are some of the steps that we need to follow for this strategy. So this strategy is simple. Do not treat each blank like separate vocabulary question. The paragraph is connected, so the meaning flows from one sentence to the next. That is why you use logic flow first, then elimination. So what does logic flow mean? Logic flow means you read the paragraph like a chain of ideas. You have to ask what is the topic? Is the paragraph talking about a problem, a solution, a cause, an effect, or a warning, or is it about a conclusion? You have to ask all these things and then identify that. So, what kind of word should fit here so the paragraph moves in a natural way? So, instead of looking only at one blank, you look at the sentence before it, the sentence containing that, and the sentence after it because the blank must fit the whole idea, not just one line. Got it? Example like companies must implement robust system to dash sensitive information. Now you have to use the logical flow. Topic is about the data security and privacy, right? So the missing word should support protection, safety, compliance. So that immediately makes the paragraph direction clear. So your brain understands this blank is not random. It belongs to the paragraph's larger message about protecting data. Got it? And the next one is elimination. What does it mean? After understanding the logic flow, you remove the wrong answers one by one. This is important because in this task, some words may look possible if you look too quickly, but once you test them against meaning, grammar, collocation, they fail. Now, logic flow tells you what kind of answer is needed, and elimination helps you prove which option actually fits. So, without logic flow, elimination becomes random. That's why this strategy is logic flow plus elimination. Okay, so the step one, you have to read the full paragraph first, and step two, identifying grammar clues, which means you have to understand the paragraph direction. Is it explaining a risk, need, consequence, or solution? And each blank try to predict the kind of word needed, whether it's a verb, noun, positive, or negative meaning. Okay, and then you have to match the meaning plus collocations. Then finally try to eliminate wrong options that fail in by understanding the meaning, by understanding the grammar, and then the natural usage. Okay. So choose the option that fits both the blank and paragraph's full message. Now let's move to an example here. So this is the passage. Just pause the video, read it, and try to fill in the blanks from the options given here. Let me tell you the correct options. Okay. For the first blank, the right option is protect. And for the second blank, the right option is mitigate. I'll tell you how. Okay. So if you see the first one, robust systems to dash sensitive information and ensure compliance with regulatory standards. So here, what fits the best? If you see the options here, of course, the word protect, right? Remember the collocation, protect sensitive information. So we are using the collocation technique here. And then the down one, therefore, it is essential for business to adopt a proactive approach in identifying the potential risks and developing strategies to dash them effectively. Mitigate. Mitigate means reduce the risk, right? So again, here also collocation works well. Okay, so the key lesson is this task is not about knowing words. It's about knowing how words behave in different contexts. Okay, and let's move on to the next task, reading fill in the blanks. So here, each blank has a drop down. You have to choose one correct word from options. But here's the twist, all options look similar, all are grammatically possible. So the difference is very subtle. Okay, so you have to pay more attention for this task. And the biggest mistake the students make here is they choose based on their feeling. That is dangerous, right? Don't do that. Now, this is my strategy, collocation plus grammar lock. You have to look at grammar, you have to look at word combinations, then read the sentence flow. The danger is that multiple options may look acceptable. That's the biggest trap in this section. So you need a stricter system. That system is this collocation plus grammar lock. So you know what is collocation, right? I have already explained. Means words that come naturally go together in English. For example, balanced approach, mitigate risk, protect information, renewable energy, long-term development. So these are some of the phrases for the collocation. So these combinations sound natural to be a strong English user. In this task, one option may be grammatically possible, but only one option will sound natural with the surrounding words. Example, like policymakers must take a dash approach. If you have options such as balanced, aggressive, random, temporary. Now you have to test the collocation, right? Random approach? No. Temporary approach? No. Balanced approach? Yes. Got it? So that way you have to try to pair up the words in a natural way. And then, what is grammar lock? It means the sentence structure should lock you into the right type of word. You check is the blank expecting an adjective, a noun, a verb, or adverb, singular or plural, countable or uncountable? Does the word fit after this article, after this preposition, or an auxiliary verb comes after this? So, does the tense and structure remain correct? Here, grammar acts like a lock, and only the correct grammatical form can open it. Got it? So that's why I call it as a grammar lock. Here is an example. You can just go through this, and here are the options for blank one, options for blank two. Then try to come up with the right option for each blank. Okay? Now, for the first blank, in recent years, there has been a noticeable shift towards renewable energy sources as they are considered more dash compared to traditional fossil fuels. So, for the first one, the right option is sustainable. Okay, and for the second one, therefore, policymakers must take a dash approach when designing strategies. So, this one I have already given a clue while discussing the examples. So, balanced approach. I'll tell you why. Okay, Topic is about the environment. So answer must connect to sustainability. Got it? So if you're choosing efficient, possible but not the main idea. And if you're choosing expensive, that's incorrect. Limited, again incorrect. Got it? And for the blank two, you remember the collocation approach. Yes, balanced approach. So if you're taking random or if you're choosing the word aggressive, temporary, that doesn't fit. Got it? So this task tests your collocation, context, logical meaning, not just vocabulary. Let me make this very clear. To master fill in the blanks, you have to stop guessing and start analyzing. Focus on the grammar clues, word combinations, and logical meaning. So remember this, these are not fill in the blank questions. These are decision making questions, and the students who understand the structure, recognize the patterns, use elimination are the ones who score high. That's all for today's video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe for more PTE academic tips. See you in the next video. Bye bye.